Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit against Rupert Murdoch after the Wall Street Journal published a bawdy letter Trump allegedly wrote to Jeffrey Epstein on his 50th birthday. The letter, containing a naked woman, is being denied by the president, suggesting there is no smoking gun in this case.
He will, by the way, be getting no credit for anything that any of you are excited about if he cannot sort out his answer on the Epstein files.
Well, it's a battle of the titans, if the titans were old white racists who have caused an unfathomable amount of damage to society as we know it. That's right, I guess drawing weird doodles with ominous, cynical messaging was the straw that broke the camel's back, as Rupert Murdoch's Wall Street Journal went ahead despite threats from his once trusted ally Donald Trump, and published the news that Donald Trump allegedly sent birthday messages to his pal Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday.
The DOJ is making the request as Trump filed a defamation suit against his old friend Rupert Murdoch. Trump is asking for at least $10 billion in damages against a guy that Trump spent years praising.
My very good friend, Rupert Murdoch. There's only one Rupert.
I even got a call from Rupert Murdoch, who I have a lot of respect for.
The legendary Rupert Murdoch.
And I won't weigh in on the legitimacy of the material. I mean, I'll just let Trump's stellar past speak on behalf of whether he's the type of character to pen a message like this.
In this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet, just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
But as a result, the legal warfare commenced as Trump declared that he, quote, looks forward to suing the media mogul and forcing him to testify in court. Revelations cited in the Wall Street Journal have infuriated the president, who insists the article is, quote, fake news, and has vowed to sue Murdoch, just as he has other news organizations over what he views as hostile or inaccurate reporting.
But in this moment, this morning, our sacred rule of law is under attack. Journalism is under attack. Universities are under attack. Freedom of speech is under attack. And insidious fear is reaching through our schools, our businesses, our homes, and into our private thoughts. The fear to speak in America. Power can rewrite history with grotesque, false narratives. They can make criminals heroes and heroes criminals. Power can change the definition of the words we use to describe reality. Diversity is now described as illegal. Equity is to be shunned. Inclusion is a dirty word. This is an old playbook, my friends. There's nothing new in this.
Among them, of course, are ABC News, which agreed to pay $15 million to Trump's presidential library to settle a defamation lawsuit, and Paramount Global, who also agreed to pay $16 million to settle a legal dispute regarding an interview it broadcast on CBS with former Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, I await the news on Fox News being sued for blatantly manipulating this answer that Trump gave on whether he would release the Epstein files to paint the orange in a brighter light, clearly.
The FBI, all those institutions.
You're right.
Some people think that one way to build trust is to declassify things that everyone's talking about. I know you talked earlier about it. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. So if you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these. Yeah. Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'd go a long way toward that one. The other stuff I would definitely do the January 6th because, beyond all of them. Because what happened, how about the Unselect Committee? They had meetings, they had all Democrats.
Angry tirade launched at Murdoch, though, is just the latest after Trump called out the mogul regarding Fox News' unflattering polls showing the president underwater.
Not the people that you want to be hearing from on this. I think having border crossings down to 0 is an incredible achievement. The problem is that the rest of the immigration policy is in absolute shambles. His approval rating on immigration ranges from -27, that's in Gallup, to -19 in CNN, and -15 in the new Quinnipiac poll that's out today. He's in the red or underwater, however you want to say it, on deportations as well, which was one of his key promises. In the CNN poll, his approved strongly number down to -21. It's the lowest it's been at any point in either of his administrations.
Why do you think that is?
Because he's not doing a good job at being president.
But this coming despite Fox News propping up the president for years, even to the point of deluding its audience about the 2020 election, which actually cost Fox News $787.5 million. But all this, the mess, it's indicative of a clear rupture in the MAGA contingent, with the Epstein saga proving to be an issue that even those in the far, far right can't get behind the president on, considering that he promised transparency over the Epstein files if elected.
Please do not let that story go.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Blackbook?
FBI. But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
Everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
What is it about Jeffrey Epstein that's so infuriating to people? So infuriating that it's actually causing seismic political problems, and I hope that they'll address it and it'll get better. I really do. But what is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's the frustration of normal people watching a certain class of people get away with everything every single time.
And here is the thing, right? It's clearly getting to Donald Trump, considering he's just running away from reporters while abruptly reversing course on the Epstein hoax, as he described it, now asking Attorney General Pam Bondi to, quote, produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval, of course. Oh, so now he cares about the courts. Got it.
Well, the president believes he has a superpower. He believes he has a legal superpower because of the recent lawsuits that he's settled with Disney and Paramount. And he believes he has a rhetorical superpower, the ability to tell his supporters that anything he doesn't like is fake. That's why he was using the word hoax earlier this week. In fact, I believe he was using the word hoax because he knew this Wall Street Journal report was in the works. This story did not develop just in an hour or two. The Wall Street Journal reporters have been working on this for days. So the president, perhaps knowing that this might come out, started to claim that the whole Epstein affair was a hoax. That's a word that he believes is a superpower to shut down conversation, to turn off people's brains, and to get them to move on. The problem, however, is that in this case, that rhetorical superpower doesn't really work very well because the Wall Street Journal story includes kind of both damning, you might say, but also just uncomfortable, right? Embarrassing details. These quotes make people's skin kind of crawl. And I'm sure anti-Trump folks are already going to print them on bumper stickers. So rhetorically, he's weak. And then on the legal front, his claim about a lawsuit, yes, he was able to sue CBS and get some money for his library. But in this case, a lawsuit's not going to change what has already been published. And this is one of those cases where he simply does not have a strong legal case against the Journal or Murdoch, Caitlin.
Now, forcing Bondi to respond with a post that undercut the memo her department sent out declaring the case closed. All of which goes to show, right, this administration is a shit show. Who would have thunk it?
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.